Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're back at you again for the Rally X Season 2, Round 4 now. Round 4, it's like just hours ago, we were at Round 3. It really has gone by that quickly. So, we're here at Sardinia, the windmills of somewhere, France, I think. And we're getting ourselves set ready for five lap races. Okay, 5 races we will see. We will start with the qualifying. There'll be the reverse of the championship order on that. I've not opened Discord. This is me trying it to see if I can remember. So they're going to all race in the qualifying race, and they must drive through the pit lane for a Joker lap. Then it'll be the top half of them, the qualifying, and the bottom half will be split into 2 heats. And they also will be 5 lap races, with heat 1 followed by heat 2. Then them results will go on to the point scoring heats, the silvers and the gold heat, where the runners up of the 2 heats will be contending in the silver heat, and the winners will contend in the gold heat. That is how the layout is. Kaboom! I told you I'd get it by round 4. Binko was so nervous that I couldn't get my head around it. It just takes a while, is all. And yeah, by round 4, I'm there. Didn't even have to open Discord to have a look. I don't think I've got anything wrong. I'm even confident I'm not going to open Discord. I'm going solo, bro. So let's have a look. We've got Ensign. Oh, I've got to look in Discord. I need the table. Although the last time I looked, it was still round 2 table. I don't think we've got a table updated for after round 3. So not throwing shade anywhere. Right, the chat is up. Oh no. Skyjack is having internet issues, so he won't be joining us this evening. And yeah, you already know that table. I read it to you the last round. And there is no updated table since then. I don't believe. I can't see one. Anyone know anything? No. So, no updated table from round 2. Hey? Yeah, so no updated table after round 3. But it was only televised recently, I believe. So, we got the Baz out there. We got Silver Star. A Jokas. Someone couldn't make it. I remember the Harvmeister cannot make it this evening. He's got to do something important with his family. I'm pretty sure that was the excuse. And we got the Binks in the pits and Anton Poika. The last we saw, them two were really duking out for the table, but Binko ended up in the bottom half and had to contend in the silvers. So I don't know if that's made a big points difference between the two of them. We're looking at Jokas in his Mitsubishi, making his way around. We're only minutes away from the start of this round. Oh, here we go. I've got some table points for you. Oh, you should have just said, Binko, the table will be done when the table will be done. You don't have to fret about these things. My job is to be annoying, and I am especially annoying to hosts. That's how I get my kicks, torturing people hosting races, because I hate hosting them, or hosting championships. So I get my kicks from tormenting the likes of you and Skyjacker and Homesick. I broke Racer Brown. He doesn't host them, you notice, anymore. So Binko is at the top of that table on 45 points. Anton is in second on 44 points. Silver Star is third on 37 points, with Joker's fourth on also 37 points. Bazo fifth on 34 points. Sixth is Big Dan on 27 points. Seventh is Harv on 22 points. Eighth is Sky on 14 points. And ninth is Haza on 10 points. Thank you, Binks. You really didn't have to. Bless you. So we're watching Jokas, who's currently doing very well, really. He's joint third, along with Silver Star. The Nissan and the Mitzi duking it out. And they've duked it out on track, my word. Calm down, boys. Getting over eager. The mind games have started, you see. Silver Star, he's jostling Jokas because he's got great speed in the Mitzi. It looks like the Mitzi looks at home here, doesn't it? Jokers might be in for a good chance. Good over the bumps. Maybe not that good over the bumps, but the Mitzi was looking quite comfortable. We've got Big Dan. I don't want to give anything away, but he had a very good round, last round. And him and the Subaru, they just found themselves. It was like love at first sight, I tell thee. It was like we were interrupting. I felt like the third wheel in that relationship in the last round. I felt like a voyeur watching something special happen between man and machine. So Big Dan bringing the Subaru into the 4th round after a very strong outing at the Red Dull Ring. And it wasn't that dull, surprisingly. Put a bit of rain on it, it gets a bit interesting. Oh, the hot brew is a little bit too hot. Warm beverage. And Big Dan absolutely executing this track like a pro. The Bink, aka a god, is asking if we are ready. And I believe I am. Don't know if you are. 5 laps, remember, of Sardinia windmills, all of them on track. I think it's the only time of the evening we have the whole field sitting on track together. Baz Ensign, he's not even here, doesn't care enough. He's made some weak excuse up about his internet. It's just it's probably, is the racing still on? His skybox still got a red dot on it. He's probably watching F1 with you wise. Good on yourself, start solid. Good decision, well informed. Wow, they just drop into the pits. It's like goodbye airdrop. Helicopter comes and picks them and drops them down into the pits. So Ensign, the only man out there on the track, as we ready ourselves for the qualifying of round 4 of the Rally X. It's our Rally Cross version. That's why it's an X, because it's been VRC'd. And there is Ensign practicing his Joker lap. God, it's a bit overgrown. They couldn't really take a lawnmower down there. Bloody hell. Here we are then, on the grid. Big Dan, being last in the championship, is on pole with the Baz alongside him. Joker's 3rd, Silverstar 4th, Anton Poiker in 5th, Binko at the back. We're waiting for the lights. Don't forget, they've got to pay a Joker on their way around. Each one of them has got to drive through the pits. All lights are on. We're off. Oh, Baz off to a quicker start than Big Dan. Big Dan caught napping on pole, and it's the Baz through the mist, comes out on top, and now Ensign Hewitt under threat from the Mitzi of Jokers, and Jokers is through, is he not? No. Big Dan's still got it. Big Dan's got a big sideways, but he's got through, and he's out wide. The Mitsubishi might get him on the inside. It does not. Wow, close call, oh, and the Jokers catches the stones, and Binko glides on by. He's up to 2nd already as they all fight down there. Binks just grooves on by, and it's Silverstar that's in the lead somewhere along the way. Bazza yielded the lead, and Silverstar into the barrier, and that's Binko up and ahead. Easy mister, with Silverstar in Nissan in 2nd, Jokers up into 3rd, Anton Poiker is 4th in the Hyundai. Then we have the Baz and Big Dan. Oh my word, what a turnaround here. And Big Dan just finding the Subaru out of control in the corners, just wants to go for the barriers, and we don't know what happened to the Baz, but he's loving the winging that Subaru around. Beautiful stuff. The Binks in the Ford Focus, cracking on and making the business happen as Silverstar tries to fend off from Jokers, and the Flying Finn Anton Poiker sitting there in their wake, waiting for the tears to happen, and Jokers has gone off and hit the barrier. The bump was cruel to Jokers, and it looks like it's caught Bazza. I think Jokers is stuck. Oh no, Bazza's playing the Joker. Oh, I don't know. It looks like something's gone wrong with Jokers' car, and he's put it into the pits somehow. But he lost a lot of time doing so. Binks then 4 seconds ahead of Silverstar. Silverstar is out there with the rocks, and so is the Hyundai of Anton Poiker. Ensign Hewitt stayed out, and it was the Baz that looked like he struggled somehow to get into the pit lane, and Jokers very much losing a lot of time in the pit lane. It was bouncing all over the place. Don't know what happened. So Binko then clean shot here for pole position or a contention in Heat 1 with Silver Star in second place. And that's good for him as well. Get him in the top bank as Anton Poika also trying to make his way in the top 3. Then we have Big Dan. None of these top 4 have paid a joker yet, and Silverstar getting a little swaying in the corner. Big Dan grabs his moment, comes on through, and it's Ensign Newer up into second. Silverstar floundering at the moment in third, but Anton Poika in the Hyundai gets himself through, and Silverstar trying to throw it around the outside. Whoa! And into the pits they all go, except for Ensign Newer, who's out there. How come he's not past the Binks? Oh, the Binks hasn't pitted either. Has he? No. So the Binks, oh yeah, he has. The Binks has pitted. He's got out ahead of Ensign Newer. Got a massive slide on there. Has Ensign Newer, but he's doing a wonderful job in the Subaru. My word, loosey-goosey is not the word for Big Dan's Subaru. Silverstar has done his joker now, and so has Anton Poika. The Baz not that far behind him. Not that far indeed. And Joker's losing a lot of time because he had a weird entry into the pit. So it's all about Big Dan, and when is he going to spend his joker? Binko already doing so that last lap around, and now Binko has an easy run to the flag because there's no one near him. 10 seconds down the road is Silverstar in third place. He's hoping to jump ahead of Ensign Newer. Anton Poika 2 seconds behind him, with the Baz only 1.5 seconds behind Anton Poika, but it is climbing, and Joker's some 4 seconds behind after his issue with the pit entry or what not. So Ensign Newer, what can he do? He's got the fastest lap so far in qualifying, and he goes for the pit lane, and it's a clean entry. It's a clean entry. So Silverstar, where is he going to end up as he comes down towards the pit lane? Does he? Yes, this is it. So Silverstar definitely up and into second place, we'd say. No, Ensign's out just ahead. He's ghosted, and Silverstar managed to drive through him, but he's wide, and Ensign Newer claims second place from Silverstar. What a drive. Now he's totally out of control. Can he maintain it? Can he grab it? Nice bush, nice shrubbery, and Silverstar sneaks his through, but Silverstar finds the rocks, and that gives Ensign Newer an opportunity to get back up into second place. The Baz has got himself past Anton Poika, and oh my word, Jokers, can he catch Anton Poika up? Because Jokers is the fastest man on track at the moment. Silverstar back ahead of Ensign Newer. We missed it, I apologise. Had to have a look though, didn't we? And Bazza is closing in on his fellow Subaru driver, but Silverstar throwing it out wide in the Nismo. It's looking like a good round for Silverstar at the moment. Binks is miles ahead of the rest of the field. There's no stopping the man as Silverstar hangs his Nissan out, and jumping into the car with Big Dan. We see Silverstar going off to the side, and now the Baz is racing Silverstar. He's ahead. Unbelievable stuff. So Silverstar having a moment and losing 2 positions, and now he is chasing down the Bazinator on board the Nissan. As wow, he's really sideways that, and got snagged up in the barrier. If he's not careful, Anton Poika's going to be up and about him. And Silverstar pushing absolutely hard, and there goes Jokers. Anton Poika at the very back. Has not gone well for Anton Poika. We've got a lovely little clash of cars down here with Jokers and Silverstar. Silverstar going wild again. Binks must be coming towards the line, not quite. And Ensign Newer up into second, Bazza in third, Jokers there in fourth, jumping Anton Poika and Silverstar, who was third not 3 corners ago. And that's how cruel rallycross can be. And there's nothing he did wrong. He just took a big slide around the corner, and they all just whipped up the inside of him. As Binko secures his place in Heat 1, as Ensign Newer looks to be securing his place in Heat 1, as he comes around that final corner just ahead of the Baz. But remember, you score 0 for these. Absolutely zilch. It's not until the later heats when the cash comes in, and Bazza gets snagged up on a barrier, but he's okay. He's got enough space behind him. Jokers there in fourth with Anton Poika fifth, and Silverstar must be absolutely livid with his Nissan. He's got such a loose back end and cost him places today. Could have been in the top heat. There is car 49, the Binks, taking his revelries. Well done. So, pole position then. Oh, well, we can look at the results, sorry. So, there we go. The Binks, Ensign Ewart and the Baz, I believe, are in the Heat 1, or Heat 2, sorry. And Heat 1 should be Jokus, Anton Poiker and Silver Star, if I've got it all read right. And then the winners of those heats go in between the golds and the silvers. Barely anything with the lap times. 15.3 from Binko, being the fastest so far this round. Silver Star 21s, but he was doing mad pace when he was holding on to third place. Another sip of the hot brew as the room is prepared for the next 3 racers. Oh, my word, that's a lovely sup. I don't know if they're on chat together, if it's Binko's telling them vocally who's in what heat. Oh, gosh. I'm really enjoying the warm brew, if you wondered. Yeah. Hope Skyjacker's internet's okay. Is the race finished yet? No, the red dot's still on Sky. There we go. So, Silver Star, Anton Poiker and Jokus in this next heat to see who's going to go towards the gold. The Mitsubishi has got a great chance. And Pat in the chat saying, all this sliding around is reminding me of the WRX. I know, it's got to be ready to be coming back. Primed, ready. Binks is asking our pilots if they are ready, if they're strapped in, all tied up and ready to go. Full 3 hours. I love this crew. Heat 1 is the best heat of all the heats. And I don't think there's much to look at. I got excited and pressed the button. Waiting for the timer to pop in, and Binko is saying good luck to those involved. And I bet it doesn't remember any of that, but we'll see. We'll experiment this bad boy. There we go. Ooh, I tell you, it might have worked. Look, it's all on. So Jokus is our pole sitter here, with Silver Star in second, Anton Poiker at the back. And how is this going to go? Waiting for the lights. They're starting to come on now. This is tentative. We are go here for the Virtual Racers Club Heat 1, round 4 of season 2 of the Rally X. And they're battling their way around Sardinia Windmills at the moment, with the Mitzi in the lead of the Nissan. The Nissan has proven to be mighty powerful here, and is going for the inside lane, leaving Jokus high and dry, but Jokus managing to maintain that lead as Anton Poiker also sliding into the action. He didn't get snagged on the rocks. He might be able to get a move on Silver Star, and Anton Poiker now up and into second place, but Silver Star in the power of the Nissan straight back at him and straight up and into second. Jokus would love them two to get into an argy-bargy together and leave him alone so he can just pull away and score some good points as Anton Poiker goes for another attack in his Hyundai against the Nissan. The Nissan though on the inside here, they both slide out wide. Anton Poiker into the barrier. Silver Star doesn't touch the barrier. Jokus is on his way. Can he maintain that pace ahead of the rest of the field as Anton Poiker fights back towards Silver Star? And Jokus, meanwhile, is quite clear of the other cars right now, but we know in the mud it means nothing. One small mistake is your downfall, and when we get to the Talaran bumps, Anton Poiker paying an early joker, and so Silver Star no one to race, and that's sometimes more difficult because you don't know what pace really is around you. Joker stays out He has a 4-second lead at the moment, and that Mitsubishi is lit. It is so gleaming, it is proper. If you, Jokers, ever listen to these, can you share that? Is there a chance you can share the livery? I will put that on and drive around the Nürburgring proudly, if you could. You said that. If you could share that. Silverstar then getting snagged on those barriers, and he can't delay because Anton Poiker will be pushing hard after his Joker lap. Silverstar then, when will he be getting ready for his Joker lap? And again, Jokers pulls out a little further from those guys. Great stuff from Jokers at the moment. He is having a blast in the Mitsubishi, avoids the Subarus that are in Heat 2, and he's facing off with the Nissan and the Hyundai. And the Hyundai at the moment has paid a Joker lap, and he might be close enough to cause trouble to Jokers. He's only 8 seconds behind Jokers, you know. Joker's doing a 120 on Anton Poiker 22 with a Joker paid. It's tight. It's tight. Silverstar slipping back from Joker slightly, but not much. And he's finding the groove in the Nissan now. And what a beautiful groove it is as well. Look at that. Oh, yeah, bring it around, boy. Give it that back end, some slide. But Anton Poiker is catching him. After paying the Joker, Anton Poiker really is finding his feet in the Hyundai at Windmill Sardegna, and he is really ramping up that pace. Look at that, getting purples as Jokers does a 120. Anton Poiker is going for the fastest lap, third on track at the moment, but he has paid Joker, and he's only 6 seconds behind Jokers. I think when the other two come in to do their Joker laps, Anton Poiker is going to be easily leading this race. Look at the pace. He's caught up with Silverstar already, and Silverstar hasn't done any slouchy laps, and they nearly caught each other up and tangled each other up then, but it all was good. Joker now goes in, but I think he's not done enough. I think Anton Poiker, and so does Silverstar, and Anton Poiker is just going to swiftly go by the pair of them into the lead. What a drive. What a lap Anton Poiker did just now. And Jokers then, yeah, there you go, 116.9. Unbelievable, but I think it's still not as fast as Binko's 15 something, and Jokers setting chase for the lead that he just lost. And Silverstar hanging it out, hasn't really done anything wrong. He's just, this race just didn't go his way. And the car looking very squirrely all the way around. It is driving on a knife edge, the Nissan, and he's hanging it right out. Anton Poiker, meanwhile, lap 4 of 5, leads this race. No worries. Absolutely full control of the Hyundai. Stays away from the barriers, gets it pointing the way it should be, and he can't rest around because Jokers is behind. And Jokers has got the bit between his teeth, and he is hunting himself down a little Finnish pilot. Can he catch him? Anton Poiker then goes towards the line, and 19.8 that time around for Anton Poiker, and Jokers doing a 21.7, so Jokers has to raise the, oh no, it's a 16.6 from Anton Poiker, even faster. So Jokers, it's going to be a struggle to find that pace. Anton Poiker at the moment is in the sweet spot for the Hyundai, and Silverstar driving like a devil, but not finding the speed he needs to contend with the Mitsubishi and the Hyundai. Find himself in the silver heat come the end of this race. But Anton Poiker is the man in the lead at the moment. Well, he's dropped a bit of time to Jokers, so he's not infallible. There can be mistakes made by the Finnish driver at the moment. All's in control on the final lap. but the time is dropping from himself and Joker's. Joker's really on a mad push near the end here. Joker's really is going to try and make a race of this as they cup and over the hill, but it's all a little too late now as they head down towards the line over Talleyrand's Hump, and they cross. Not yet. Cross the line. Anton Poyker takes the win as Jokers finds himself in second, and Silver Star making his way around that final corner comes down to grab himself third spot and a place in the Silver Heat, ready to fight the runners up. What a battle. Well done, Anton Poyker. Great drive. Whew. And there we have Anton Poyker there. Car 54. He looks like he's been down the gym. No, he's been pumping. So let's have a look at the results of those three. You can see their lap times as well. So Jokers did the lap time in the last lap there from Anton Poyker. 1.9 seconds behind in the end, though. It got close. It got close. But Anton Poyker comes out the winner of Heat 1, as Jokers comes in second, and Silver Star is in third spot. Now we'll have the other three preparing themselves, readying for battle in the next heat, Heat 2. It'll be Binko, Bazza, and Big Dan. Getting themselves ready to do battle. And then there'll be a short interlude, I'm sure, before the silver and the gold rounds. So the lobby has been reset. Oh, I'll take my hat off. It's been cold all day and I'm feeling a bit warm. So Bazza and Ensign Ewart are just getting themselves ready to enter into the fray as we set ourselves up for Heat 2 in this fantastic championship. He's asking if they are ready, and it's all quiet. There we go. Why? Speechless. I don't know what to say. I count on both of those as friends. I would put them in my friends list of people I say are friends, and they do me dirty like that. It's unfathomable, really. It's this, you do all of this for them. Do this for... Oh, there's an R there from Binks. Thanks, Binko. At least there's someone out there that supports me. So getting ourselves prepped and ready for Heat 2. These will be fighting for the gold and silver. Anton Poyker already securing his place in the gold heat. And I'm not sure how they judge Heat 1 and 2. Which one second place goes in through. We'll find out. So Bazza on the front there ahead of Big Dan. It's a Subaru whitewash at the front with a Ford at the back. The lights are yet to come on. They are prepping. There they go. They're on now. Who will be in the first corner first? Lights out, and we are go here for Heat 2 of the Rally X, and Bazza off to a brilliant start, but Binks is on him already as Ensign Ewart finds himself behind this chase, and Bazza doing all he can to keep the Binks behind, but the Binks is absolutely flying in the Ford Focus. Bazza's gone a little wide. Binks is on the inside, and that's all he needs. And the Binko is up and looking at the gold heat, and Dan gets through as well. Big Dan gets through as Bazza slides a little wide. And can Big Dan put a fight on it for the Binkses? The Binks has gone wide there. Binks is in the barrier, and Big Dan's through. So unbelievable stuff. Big Dan. It was close though between the two of them. I don't know if there was a little donk between drivers. I don't know why I've got my keypad in my hand. I've got the keypad I can use. So the Baz is second place. He's in the middle of the sandwich of this fantastic race on board with Binks as we see the two Subarus go side by side into the corner. Big Dan just slightly ahead of the Baz. They are duking it out wild style, and it's like the Dukes of Hazzard, isn't it? So they're trying to make, and Big Dan's into the pits. Big Dan has gone into the pits as Binko gets a better run over Talaran's bumps and through into the lead of this race as Bazza slips behind the Binks. We're on board with the Baz at the moment, looking at the back of the Ford Focus as Ensign Newitt goes through the pit lane, and we have no idea at the moment who will end up in the gold heat at this rate. But the Baz losing a bit of ground to Binko there, and Big Dan back out the pits, 7 seconds behind the Baz as Binko goes a bit wide, but so does the Baz. Nothing lost, nothing gained between the two of them, and Binko is absolutely on fire. Ensign Newitt out of the pit lane, the only one to pay the Joker, and he is hoping that is the right move to get ahead of these two drivers after they go through the pit lane. Binko then in the Ford Focus, absolute master of his machine, doing all he can to keep that car tucked in nicely to the apex as that one wheel never leaves the edge of the track, and he is absolutely busting a move out there as the Baz sets chase, and Binks into the pits. Binks is paying the Joker as the Baz goes on through, and now it's his turn to lead this race as we're all taking turns at the moment. The Subaru's sliding around, absolute maniac speeds they carry into the corners whilst going sideways. Fantastic stuff. Long live the motor engine, the combusting engine, combustible engine. No, you don't want a combustible engine, just a combustible engine. Who knows what I'm talking about. The Binks then in second. He's done his he's done his Joker. He was out ahead of Big Dan. I totally missed that. I got all excited about beautiful cars that hit great powers. So Binks then, an 18.3 for him as Ensign Newitt chasing him down to try and do the unimaginable like last round, and the Baz leads the way, but he's yet to pay for a Joker yet, and the Binks is catching him up, so the Joker is really a moot point as the Subaru of the Rich Energy team makes its way around. Has lost quite a bit of ground to the Binks now, and the Baz are into the pit lane to mow some of that long grass as the Binks continues on and books his place in the gold heat. Great stuff from the Binkinator as he makes his way over the hill and around the corner. Ensign Newitt doing a fantastic job. Baz come out of the pits behind Ensign Newitt. Ensign Newitt, the fastest man on track at the moment, but we know they can go so much faster than that. Binks having a rub with the barrier, and he has got a country mile on his fellow competitors. Nearly 5 second lead going into the final lap. Well, we're halfway around the penultimate lap, and Ensign now has to be more aware about what's going on behind him than what's going on in front of him, surely. And Big Dan has to be concerned about the Baz. Remember, no points are being scored at this point. This is just to qualify for the silver and the gold heats. And the Baz at the moment getting around those corners. Ensign Newitt doing what he needs to do to stay in second. The faster, he's getting purples again in the Subaru. Binko, though, has crossed the line to start his final lap, some 5.5 seconds ahead of Ensign Newitt. It will take a barrier or an absolute huge mistake for Binko to lose this race right now, and it's unlikely that the Binks is going to make a huge mistake. Ensign Newitt then wiggling around all over the place trying to chase down his foe, but there's no catching the Binks on his day, and the Baz giving the Subaru some great welly, but it's not giving him. He's up though on his best at the moment. So the Binks then around halfway of the final lap to go. And it's up to 6 seconds on Ensign Newer. Ensign Newer dropping a bit of time, but luckily Baz is dropping time as well. So Ensign not worried about the Baz. Baz was 2 seconds behind him, but it's gone up to 5 seconds. And the Binks then easily around the final sectors, the final sections of the track, and over the bumps to find the checkered flag and head towards the gold heat with Anton Poyker and Bugdown, I think. So there you go. Great win. And Ensign Newer there, I think he's also going to be in the golds. And Bazza missing out, and he'll be taking part in the silver heat. Cracking stuff. All done very well in very tricky conditions. And I'm sure we'll be having a short break now to reflect on what has happened in the past. So we'll take a quick look at the results there. Binko, 14.5. Not sure that's faster than his qualifying lap. It may have been. And Ensign Newer, it's definitely the fastest I think we've seen so far. So Binks has got the fastest. Ensign Newer comes in second with the Bazza in third. Right, I will notify them that I am off ski. So I don't know if Binko, Skyjacker's not there to have my back about not being around. 5-minute break, there you go. Sweet. Oh, look at the view, but the view is not great. It's, who's that? Bazza, Binko. Big Dan's got the best chances of going out there, and I will see you shortly. Don't you forget about me. I'll be your... No, no, no. Don't you forget about me. Who said that? Oh, right. You want all of that on and you want that off. Reach then. I should tell him I'm back. Let's see if I can do it from here. Is there no way of talking? No? There we go. Is it just back or just B? If BRB is be right back. Ah, no, there's one that says back. I'll do that. Was I 5 minutes? I don't know. I didn't time it. I also didn't smoke a whole fag. I just had a few drags just to tide me over. There's only 2 rounds left. I mean, 2 heats left. Not going to take long. And Ensign Ewart again. Bravo for carrying the weight for me whilst I was away and doing some entertaining driving, I'm sure, in my absence. So this is the gold heat. I think it's going to be a Big Dan, Binks. No, this is still the heats from the last one, I think. Let's have a look in the room. Yes, I don't believe the lobby has been changed yet. Readied for the silver round, which I'm thinking is going to be, oh, what do we reckon? Joker, Silver Star and Bazza? We'll have to see if I'm correct. If not, it'll be Big Dan, Bazza and Silver Star. We will... Ooh, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be when they come for you? Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? How you lot doing then out there, my little cherubs, my little cornflakes? You all good? So it's Silver Star, Ensign Ewart and Bazza. Did I get that totally wrong? I did, didn't I? No, I think that was the other one I said. So, silver round, it's Silver Star, the Baz and Big Dan going for the points in their race. He's asking if they're ready. As we get ourselves into a position. A lovely little sup of my drink as we are nearly there now. I have to apologise. A lot of me, I know. If you do keep up with all our races and stuff, there was two races, 2 rounds this day. As I'm trying to catch up, I would have loved to have done a third, in all fairness, but I just think it's just too much for you guys. So I held off. But I'm there. I'm climbing the mountain slowly. I'm slowly getting there. I still haven't done some of the things I should have done today. Anyway, you don't want my woes. Here's Baz on the silver heat pole with Ensign Ewart and Silver Star all in the mix. The lights are coming on. It's going to be a race on. And here we go. Bang. It's a good start by all of them. But Baz tears away in his Subaru as Ensign Ewart has to deal with Silver Star. And Silver Star, a particularly good start, gets himself past the Subaru of Big Dan. As Big Dan tries to find something behind the Nissan. The Nissan wiggling from one side to another. He's out wide as the Baz gets a clean getaway. And Ensign Ewart and Silver Star get themselves mixed up in a fight as Ensign Ewart tries to find a way up the inside of Silver Star, but there is nothing there. And Silver Star, no, he has, he's got it done. He's got it done. I closed my eyes for 1 second. And Ensign Ewart has got himself up the inside of the Nissan, but the Nissan being a bother to the Subaru and not letting it get away as Bazza plans his great escape and tries to get away from the battling Nissan and Subaru. And Ensign Ewart trying to find his way as I think Silver Star caught hold of a barrier there and has put a little gap between himself and Big Dan. as Big Dan tries to concentrate on Bazza. Bazza, though, flooring it up and over the hill and trying to stay away from the sister Subaru. The same machinery here, fighting it out. It's all about the fleshy thing behind the wheel. In this one, Bazza's into the pit lane, playing the Joker as Ensign Newitt continues on, and Silverstar also goes in as well to try and catch the back of Bazza as he watches him leave the pits and drive up the hill. And that's Bazza released now, and he's just driving for the checkered flag on lap 2 of 5 as Ensign Newitt gets his groove on, gets his rhythm, finds the knack of the Subaru, and absolutely owns Sardinia Windmills in the Rich Energy Silver Subaru, sorry. Bazza then 3 and a bit seconds ahead of Silverstar. It is not out of the realm that Silverstar can come back into this race. Just needs to string a good lap or two together to go on the attack against the Baz. And the Baz at the moment just doing his outlap after spending the Joker. Ensign Newitt, the only one not to come in to the pit lane so far. How long will he leave it? We're not sure. And if he's on a good groove, which he is, why would he want to come in? He'd want to get that fastest lap. If he's getting good sectors, I would continue on for the fastest lap. Big wiggle over the Talaran bump, but he's maintained and he's on his way, winging it around the long left-hander, over the hump, coming downhill towards the left hand, and he scoops her up lovely, swings it back to the left, long left, downhill, more left, uphill, more left, even more left, and then flip it right as you make your way around here. Big left, big sideways swing on this one, up and over the hill, floor that accelerator and head towards the sector. Now these sectors not as strong, so he might come in as the Baz 11 seconds adrift from Ensign Newitt. That might be enough for Big Dan to get in and out the pits as Silverstar hangs out the Nissan. It's such a long car, I don't think he realises it's got that extra foot at the back of it when he brings it around them corners. Ensign Newitt, meanwhile, yet to pay the Joker, but driving extremely well in the Subaru, and he's giving that Scooby a real good outing. So down towards the pit lane he goes, and Bazza then might be just too far away to get back ahead of Ensign Newitt from where he is, and he might be seeing Big Dan coming out the pit lane. Oh, that was beautiful over the bumps, landed just right. He's going faster than he's gone before, but Ensign Newitt's already out the pit lane and on his way as the Baz screeches past the first corner in pursuit. 2.8 seconds adrift, with Silverstar some 6 seconds further back from that. And Big Dan has done the job here for the Silver Heat. And in the chat, Mr. Harvey saying sideways, baby. And he's rooting for the Baz. He's saying, go on, Baz. 2 seconds isn't a lot in the mud. It's doable. Ensign Newitt only has to make one small mistake. We've still got a lap after this one. Anything can happen. He's got it down to 1.8 seconds now. They're on the chat together. He's probably playing mind games. 1.5 seconds for Big Dan. 1.4. And Big Dan, what? Is he chilling? Is he relaxing? Is he just giving Bazza a little bit of false hope before he floors it on the final lap, bringing it up and over the hill? Big Dan looking for another win in the Rally X, and he's coming now onto the final lap. 2 seconds. He's built up a bit of time from the Baz, and Silverstar falling even further back. The Nissan not comfortable over the bumps. You can see the Nissan just way too fast for this track, I think, and is a monster over those bumps. Ensign Newitt then 3 seconds on the Baz now, and he's getting purples. Ensign Newitt was just saving it up for the final run, and the Baz now being crushed by Ensign Newitt's pace. Well, 2.7 seconds. It's yo-yoing between the two of them. but Ensign Ewart doesn't want to risk anything on this final lap and lose the position to the Baz. As he brings it around, the Baz is chasing hard and trying to pressure Big Dan into, pushing too hard into a corner, asking the Subaru to do a little more than it should. And he's so far doing an absolute cracking job, keeping it under control. And we're coming up and over the hill, and this is it, the stretch down to the flag. And it's all Big Dan's, all the way, winner of the Silver Heat. He gets over the bumps beautifully, and it's a Big Dan from the Baz, but it was close. And Silver Star there trying to tame the Nissan, but it is a monstrous beast that shall not be tamed. But Silver Star still tries as he comes over the bumps and takes third place in the Silver Heat. Cracking racing there, ad by all. And it's Big Dan we all tip our hat to. Great stuff. Well done. Good drive. Quick look at those results. No, that's the wrong thing. A quick look at those results. There you go. Ensign Ewart 16.4, 16.6 from the Baz, 19.8. I just think the Nissan is a little too powerful for this track and does not like the bumps. Probably a little too solid as well, too stiff. So we're getting ourselves prepared for the gold. Who said that? Heat. And that's going to be Anton Poika, Binko, and Jokus, all very, very fast around here this evening, and this race could be anyone's. Drinky poos. Who said that? So Binko asking Anton Poika and Jokus to step up to their marks and get set. Ready for the final race of the evening, where all the big points are kept. Jokus with an R. We'll do all our admin stuff before the race. There we go. And, oh, Binko asking if Anton Poika is ready. Just double checking, and there we go, Anton Poika with an R. He was born ready, and Binko. And Pat there in the chat with a hieroglyph of some type. Sorry, dude, I am blind. Let me put my glasses on. I even do this on the iPad so I can read the chat better. Oh, I've got to get really close to that. I haven't got a clue what that is.
Ready for some final fireworks.
Oh, it's a firework, I think. Ready for some final fireworks. There we go. Very good. In keeping with Bonfire Night. Old Bonfire Night. Well done, Pat. Great stuff. So, yes, as Pat says, waiting for the final fireworks here at Sardinia for round 4, season 2 of the Rally X. Who's going for gold? The lights are on. We are off, and let's go racing. Anton Poika there, got a clear shot of the side of Jokus, but he tucks in behind Jokus, covering off that lead. And Binko, we've seen very good in the first corners of each of the heats, just slips on one in there, but he hasn't yet. Jokus has taken a lot of sideways action there, and Anton Poika wants to see that action, and we'll see him for it. But no, Jokus still leads at the moment, and this is what Jokus needs, is Binko and Anton Poika to get into a little bit of a sideways action. A dual battle between the Hyundai and the Ford would be advantageous for the Mitsubishi driver at the moment, and it's Binko through as Jokus finds himself with a barrier to contend with, and now Binko is on a run at the Mitsubishi. And he's nearly leading, but Jokus late breaks into the corner. He does the job lovely and stays ahead of the Binks, but the Binks is chasing him down, and the Hyundai is right there in the thick of the action again. And he gives Binks a little pop as Binks brakes heavily into the chicane, and the Hyundai looking for a way up and around the outside. It's not there. Can he pull it up the inside? He's got a great move done on the Binks there, and he's up and into second place for Anton Poiker. Now he's concentrating on the Jokers. When are those Joker laps going to get paid? They've both gone in. They've both gone in. And Binks stays out. Oh, that looked a bit rough for Anton Poiker there. And the Binks stays out on his own. And he has got to nail this lap. He has to be godlike. Jokers then back out on track with Anton Poiker setting chase now. If these two start catching each other up, they could slow each other down when they do not need to be slowing each other down, because at the moment Binko will be going hell for leather, and he will be stopping for no one, not even the devil himself. Binko is going to tear through the Diablo. And Jokers then is being harried somewhat by the Hyundai of Anton Poiker. And Anton Poiker, oh, Jokers, that barrier is not Jokers' friend. We've seen him catch it a couple of times in this round. And Anton Poiker in the Hyundai, we saw he had full control during his heat and absolutely destroyed it. And Jokers at the moment seems to have the pace on the Finnish driver. And the Polish pilot absolutely hammering the Mitzi there. Has he done all right? No, he's caught the rocks. He's caught the rocks. That gives Anton Poiker a run on him. And Binko will be, you know, he won't be making a single mistake out there. And he'll be absolutely chugging along. He's done a 15.7. Unbelievable pace out there for the Ford Focus. And it's Anton Poiker ahead. Oh, my word. Jokers looks like he's made a mistake. He's 3 seconds behind Anton Poiker. I don't think we'll get it, but we can try. Oh, it was in that corner. It looked like, yeah. The Mitsubishi had some troubles in that very sharp corner. And Binko yet to pay the Joker. Still out there in the Ford Focus. Is he going to get the win done? And Anton Poiker, all he can do is push, push, push. But we've seen what Binko's lap time of 15.7. Can Anton Poiker match that 15.7 as he brings it around, chasing for gold? He's up. He's matching the lap time at the moment. Binko pushing like Billy O before he pays his Joker. And they probably know what the gap should be, about 10 seconds. We've seen it about 10 or 9 seconds. But I haven't paid attention if that's enough to get out ahead. But yeah, Anton Poiker, they're both getting purple sectors. And Anton Poiker has got to push Binko into a mistake, because the Binks, he's in the pit lane now, and he's had a bit of a wobbly one as well, like Anton Poiker did. I think that's just the computer trying to deal with the dirt, so the computer will do it for everyone. But the Binks is at no, hey, yeah, the Binks is out. He's out miles ahead, 3 seconds ahead of the Hyundai, and that is done and dusted, isn't it, with 2 laps to go. Can't see Binks throwing it off at the scenery. He seems to have had full control over his car and everything about his car during the races. So I can't see Binko making a mistake this late in the day. And Anton Poiker now looks like he's just driving for second place. And just watching out for Jokers, because he's always a threat coming around in the Mitsubishi. It sounds gorgeous, that Mitsubishi. Remember, Jokers, if you watch this, share that livery. Fancy going around the Nürburgring in a Mitsubishi with Don like that. Anton Poiker then chasing down the Binks, but the Binks already stretching out that lead before they reach the line to start the final lap. As the sun sets here at Sardegna and the windmills still turning, Binks is leading, as he is leading the championship against this man, Anton Poiker. What can he do to try and get an advantage over the Ford Focus piloted by the Binks? He is unstoppable on his day. Jokers, meanwhile, lost a little more ground to Anton Poiker, and he's just driving for third place now and hitting all the barriers along the way. And yeah, Binks, nice controlled measure, bringing it home. I think he's already got the fastest lap of the round, and he is still going for it, 1.3 seconds off. Wowzers. So the Binks wants that just to put the fastest lap out of everyone's reach on the final lap as he makes his way around. And that Mario in the chat saying, hello everyone. And Harv saying, good effort, Binko. So Binko, 6 seconds lead on Anton Poika as Anton Poika made a small mistake. No, he seems to be doing okay. As the Binks then brings it down towards the flag with a new fastest lap at 14.0. That's definitely the fastest anyone's gone this round. And here comes Anton Poika for second place. Great stuff from those two. And Jokers then bringing it home for that third and final spot. Good points for Jokers. Well done, brilliant stuff. But it's Binks today that's the top runner with the fastest lap and the win. Great stuff. Great drive. Well done, Binko. So that was round 4. Oh, okay, take you to the results. That was the round 4 of Rally X. I don't know how many rounds this is. Let me open Discord. I seem to think next round is the final round, unless they add the snow one on at the end, which I vote they should. But let's have a look. No, there is. Yeah, there's one more round after this. It's Catalunya on the Rallycross track. I have never seen that track. I've not even driven it, so that'll be interesting. And I don't know, maybe there'll be a vote to try and extend this championship to have the snow one. Who knows? And yeah, that was cracking stuff by everyone. So don't forget to tune in next Sunday for the final round of this glorious championship, or maybe the penultimate round if there's a snow round. I don't know. Is he there? Are you there, Binks, in the chat? Is there going to be a snow round? Is the table going to get extended one more round? Are you avoiding that temptation? You may as well. We're here anyway. We're in the right cars for it. You may as well shove snow tyres on them, shouldn't you? Well, we'll see. We'll see if we can talk Binko into adding an extra round and have a snow one. Or maybe that was always the plan and he's thinking I'm ruining things by jibber-jabbering. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. For those that did tune in, don't forget to hit like, subscribe. Come and join us in our Discord and talk to ask Binko to add a round with snow at the end. I was your broadcaster and commentator. I've forgotten who I am. I've dropped my sheet, that's why. Luke at my dong. So, oh yeah, I was your broadcaster, Luke at my dong. And thank you for joining us here at the Virtual Racers Club. Be safe, peace and love, peace and love.